There are several companies that boast a market cap above 1 trillion, and there will surely be others to join the club over the next decade. The question is Netflix going to be one of them? If we scroll up to the weekly chart, one thing I want to point out to you, before this dropped, or as a result of this drop, price formed a weekly sellers level at $630. However, if you look at the moving averages, clearly we are in an uptrend. Rally, impulse, or pullback rather, and then the rally. As a result, price broke through and closed above this weekly sellers level a couple of weeks ago, and in the process created a flip zone. What do I mean by flip zone? That's where weekly sellers become weekly buyers. And we'll say that is a weekly buyers level. At $615. Now, depending on how you draw your actual zones, if you do wick to wick, price nearly dipped its toes in the zone, but I like to draw my, in this case, buy levels at the closing top side of the body. And so this level is still valid. You had a rallying price, basic candle rally out. This rally took out the pivot. What was the most recent highs recently? Not all-time highs. But price is about to test all-time highs at $700. So as of this writing, who's part of that $1 trillion club? It's primarily the FANG stocks, Microsoft, Apple, Google, Amazon, Meta, and yours truly, NVIDIA. Now, there are 25 other American companies with a market cap between 200 billion and 1 trillion. They're known as mega cap stocks, and one of them is Netflix. Netflix has a market cap of 280 billion. However, it's not the company's record high. Netflix stock is still recovering from the massive sell-off a couple of years ago, which saw a 76% drawdown over about a 6-month period due to falling subscriber numbers. Now, Netflix would need to roughly quadruple its market cap over the next 10.5 years to get to that trillion-dollar status. Netflix has the potential to grow at a compound annual growth rate of about 13% over the next 10.5 years, potentially reaching a $1 trillion valuation. This is a slightly faster rate than what the stock has achieved over the past 5 years, but it's far from impossible. Financially, it's clear Netflix is cooking on all cylinders. The company's revenue has grown about 15% and earnings are up 80% year over year. Moreover, free cash flow per share, one of the most important financial measures of the stock, has grown 10x over the last 5 years. Nevertheless, for investors willing to hold for the long term, stock might be worth putting in your watch list. Alright, so I do want to zoom down to the weekly chart, and I do want to kind of look at this all-time highs a bit closer. Let's go down to the daily chart. Have a nice M pattern. That was a sign of a top. This is where price is currently at, and we're about $30 away from all-time highs. And I don't really see anything stopping price from moving higher. Thus, the chart suggests for price to move higher and eventually take out all-time highs. Dare I say before the next earnings call? No, I'm not going to call that. But we will see all-time highs definitely before the end of the year. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Please like the video.